Ephesians, you got it, you got it, you got it. Where is the one I want? Here we go. This is what he wants us to do. He wants us to cleanse our minds, the mind that he created. Why? To emulate his image. He wants to fine-tune us. He wants to fine-tune us into himself. He desires to renew, exchange your thoughts, to renew us by exchanging your thoughts and saturating us with his word. He wants to obliterate, destroy, utterly, wipe out all your stinking thinking. Ephesians 4:23 and 4:24. Now it's time to be made new by every revelation that has been given to you, and to be transformed as you embrace the glorious Mashiach within your life. As your new life and your life is in union with him. For Yah has recreated you all over again in his perfect righteousness. And you now belong to him in the realm of holiness. Stay, remain, reside, abide in his presence. Embrace what the Ruach has for you in the stillness. You know that stillness, that pause, that be still. In his contemplations, in that time when you just set your mind there and you don't move it. And you know, because you're still, that he is Yah. Oh my. We watched the Maccabees go through some trials in our recent studies. James 1, 2, and 4. James 1, 2, and 4 verses us on trials. It verses us on temptation, saying, what does it say? We all know this one. Consider it all what? Joy. Now, I'm going to tell you, I stumbled all over that. The first time I heard that, I thought it was ludicrous. I stumbled all over that. Consider it joy? Joy? You know what he wants us to do right here? Exchange our thoughts, y'all. Exchange our thoughts. Now let's continue with it. Why? Why? Because my brother James is referring to none other than you and I. He's talking to us. He says, whenever you face the trials of many kinds, why? Because in that, you know, the testing of your faith develops perseverance. It must finish. That work must finish so that you may mature and complete, lacking nothing. Joy. I have to stop on that joy, that word joy. Because we need the joy to get through all that he's telling us to do. To get through to get through the trial, to get through to that place that we persevere. And Nehemiah 8:10 says, and do not grief, for the joy Yahweh is your strength. So the joy of Yahweh is my strength. Okay, why do I need this joy for this trial here? Psalm 16:11. You make known your paths to me in life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Why do I need this here joy? Come on, come on. Psalms 35. For his anger is but for a moment, but his favor for a lifetime. Weeping may endure for the night, but what? Joy comes with the morning. Psalm 51:2. Restore unto me the joy of your salvation and uphold me with a willing spirit. Why do I need this joy? Come on now. Psalm 63:7-8. For you have been my help. And in the shadow of your wing. Hashtag asleep, please. In the shadow of your wing, I will sing joy. My soul will cling to you because your right hand, it upholds me. Psalm 71:23. My lips will shout for joy when I sing praises to you. My soul also, which you have redeemed. Psalm 94:19. When anxiety was great within me, but consolation came from your joy. You see how important grabbing hold of that joy is at the front of that verse? You see what it does? Do you see how it frames the picture? How it frames your mind? Oh, I used to stumble, but I stumble no more. My daughter's name was Joy. And he allowed me to see his mind as he worked through hers. And I saw joy physically as she went through her trials and her tribulation, as she mulled through every single day. It was evident that she was operating in his joy. Whenever you face these many trials, you let this exchange happen. Key 1, reframe your mindset. Y'all need to make the adjustments. Y'all need to make the adjustments that are desired right here. Don't panic. Recognize their purpose. Stay focused. Move from the point of pain in the situation to the lesson that's being taught. E2. Embrace the process of growth. Oh, I remember when my bones started growing and started getting a few inches, it seemed like I was feeling some growth pains. Got some pains in my knees, pains in my hips, but this is the process of growth. This is what he does with us. You gotta endure to the finish. Last week we spoke on how in that race they pass on the baton and they pass it to the other one, and they pass it on to the other one, and they pass it on to the other one until what? Until they reach the finish line. You can't quit. You can't quit. Don't quit. You are developing endurance and steadfastness. Yesterday, Pastor said, what should I pray for? How should I pray for you? And me, I said boldness and steadfastness. And y'all said endure. He got some jokes sometimes. He said endure. This is how y'all responded, daughter. Endure the race. Build maturity is another upshot of this. It's a process. In this process, he's creating spiritual maturity that leads to completion, making you more dependent on Yah and less on the world. Key 3. Find true joy in him. Oh, I'm telling you, you just get in him and watch how he works. Watch how he shows up. Watch how he shows out. The world didn't give you this joy, and it can't take it away. Understand, Salah. Understand. Real joy comes from your relationship with Yahshua, Yah's salvation, Yah's deliverance. That's where the joy is coming from, y'all. Not from the circumstances, not from the worldly things. Those things will fade. Those things will pass away. Those things dissipate. But that joy carries on eternally. You need to prioritize Yah. Yah first in all things. Above comfort, above everything. Because in this realm right here, in the realm you're about to get in, it may be uncomfortable. But it's temporary. It's temporary. But the upshot of it lasts eternally. Endure, y'all, for the greater lasting joy that he provides is forever. Next, be actionable in your steps. When face to face with your problem, pause, stop, pray, ask. Pause, stop, pray, ask. Pause, stop, pray, ask. Y'all, straight up, ask him straight up. What are you teaching me here? Don't be afraid to ask. If you don't ask, you ain't gonna know. What are you? Sometimes I have to stop in the middle of it and say, what's going on? There's a lesson I know you want me to learn because that's how you operate. What do I need to know? Ask and focus on holding on. You remember when the elders used to say, sing that song, hold tight to Yah's unchanging hand? Well, grab a hold of it and buckle up and don't let go, because what is he doing? He's building strength in you. Trust him and choose faith and obedience when it gets difficult. We know faith is an action, but obedience is a requirement. See, you need to accept the new picture, however, of faith. The very thing you've been praying for will come to pass. His way, his time, his will. It will come to pass. So let that faith put on your joy. Feel the joy rising up within you. Feel the weight lifted up off your shoulder. Give yourself permission to celebrate. Come on, y'all. Feel the emotion overtaking you because all he's giving to you, all he wants for you, all he has for you is this faith. And it's receiving what he has before. What is it? Receiving what he has before you actually see it manifested in your life. That's what it is. Start getting excited, praising today as if it's already done, because it is. In actuality, it has been done. 1 Thessalonians 5:16, 18. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. See, we're just coming out of the Feast of Dedication. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let joy be your let joy be your continual feast. Make it your perfect plan for you in Yahshua HaMashiach. It's all about what? Overcoming. Not we shall overcome, we have overcome. No crisis can destroy us, but a crisis can reveal who you are. Learning to overcome is the critical, the crucial, the crux part of the growth process. And we can't allow ourselves to wallow in the negativity. A wise person once said, a bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. The more meat, wants more meat, come on, dig in, keep digging in, survive the crisis and get through the trial. You know, when we go to Job 3, Job, we know, my brother, Job has suffered some loss at about everything in his life, except his life. He was in a pit of depression. He wishes he had never been born. Rather than accept the present condition, he was given up on life. Brother and sisters, I know what season it is, but giving up is not an option. Don't quit. We all, in some way, shape, or form, experience losses in our lives. We do. It's inevitable. It happens. It is. What we need to learn is how to accept what we cannot change and still grow as we go through the ordeal. Great losses, they cause us to evaluate everything. But essentially, they cause us to evaluate who we are, especially if our identity is attached to what we've lost, especially if our identity is like the job you lost or the spouse that went MIA or whatever it is. If you're tied up to that, I know it's hard, y'all, but in the midst of this crisis, it can deepen your walk and it can make it solid. It can make your identity solid in Mashiach. For me, my losses precipitated the need for me to close some relationships, to move away from some relationships, to change even my scenery. I really just realized that those losses promoted a change in a way that I didn't see coming. And these change had to be necessary for me to grow. I probably wouldn't have made the changes if I didn't go through the loss. I'm going to take you over to Elijah in 1 Kings 19. 1 Kings 19, when Elijah goes to Horeb. You know, Elijah was truly a man of Yah. He had witnessed the power of Yah displayed against the prophets of Baal. When Jezebel heard that news, she responded, "May God deal with me, be it ever so severely, if by this time tomorrow I don't make your life like one of theirs." That's Kings, 1 Kings 19:2. See, you know, this incredible man of Yah, what did he do? He became afraid. He became scared. And he ran for his life. I'm telling you, he hightailed it. He ran. He left his servant and Beersheba, and he went a day's journey far, far into the desert, sensing that his whole prophetic mission was a failure. Go back and read that mission and try to understand his mindset right here. He thought he had failed. He thought he had just messed the whole thing up. Why? Because she threw some threats at him. Yeah. Well, what happens that throws us off our game? What happens that throws us off our assignment? What happens that throws us off our mission? What he has told us to do? You know, he said, my brother Elijah said, I had enough. Yeah, I would take my life. I am no better than my ancestors. Then he lay down under a tree, and what did he do? He fell asleep. Elijah was exhibiting many classic signs of depression. He was isolated, he was fatigued, and he felt like a helpless failure. We feel that way. Sometimes we feel that way when we're afraid or alone. Feeling these types of emotion, especially after you've come in a high top experience. Now, for me, Feast of Dedication was a high top experience because I got riled up. I got riled up with everything that was going on with my brothers there. And then you come down. See, after the rush of confidence and the rush of victory has passed, Elijah suddenly he found himself vulnerable. He lacked the self-confidence he had. He let his guard down. Yah in his mercy, however, prescribed some food and some rest for this discouraged and weary warrior, did he not? Yes. All at once, an angel touched him and said, "Get up." And he looked around, and there by his head was a cake, a bread, a piece of bread, baked. But let me tell you what, he even baked it on some coals. It was some fresh baked bread. You know how good fresh baked bread smells? He said, "Get up and eat." And then he had a jar of water there. This faithful servant has always been obedient to Yah. But when Yah twice asked him, "Where are you going, Elijah?" Elijah said, I've been very zealous for you, Yahweh, Elohim Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, broke down. They broke them down. They tore them down. Those altars, all our altars, they destroyed them. They desecrated and decimated and just obliterated them. They tore them down. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? I'm the only one left. I'm the only one here, and they gonna try to kill me too. I'm laughing at him. Yeah, I'm laughing at him. But you know, I know that y'all's laughing at us when we do that. He's sitting there going, He's laughing at us right there. He's sitting at us, and he's saying, "What in the world are they thinking?" Let me tell you, Elijah. Let me tell you something. You're not the only one left. Back over there, I got 7,000 more. All right? I got 7,000 more who have not bowed down to Yah, to Baal, who serve me. Who serve me. Yah was not asking Elijah to implement his kingdom program. That's not what he was doing. Nor is he asking you, or to bring judgment upon those who did not keep his covenant. What he was doing is he was seeking, he was asking Elijah to what? Trust him, to follow him. The same is true for us today, y'all. He wants us to trust, that faith and obedience through the trial. Trust and obey. That's what he wants us to do. That judgment for them, in due time, it's going to come. Trust me, we saw it. We saw it come. And he will establish his kingdom, his way, and like I said, in his times. See, these things are neither for us to decide nor to try to accomplish. Although our brother Elijah here was very, very zealous, like our brothers, the Maccabees, they were very zealous for Yah, and he had assumed the whole responsibility was him accomplishing this. I call this the Elijah complex. Elijah complexes are vulnerable to the enemy's lies and may end up mentally depressing you and rendering you physically exhausted. Excuse me, y'all. Let's go to Romans 5, 1 through 5. Romans 5, 1 through 5. Romans chapter 5, 1 through 5. Some peace and joy. Peace and joy. Going through such trials, I have actually wondered, where are you, Yah? Sometimes you don't feel them, you don't hear them, you don't see them. Sometimes you just, where are you? Have you ever done that? What we need to be asking is, Yah, I know you're here, but what are you trying to accomplish? Again, remember the divine purpose, the fine-tuning, the finished product, the deep character, the sanctification. This is accomplished by forging our character through perseverance. Come on now, your perseverance. This is what he's pushing you through. This is what he's pushing you to. Hear me now. This is what he's doing in your life at this moment, at this time, when he tells you, press on. He's forging our character through this perseverance. And now, forging. First, I have to stop and take you to Hebrews. To Hebrews. Did I lose you? No, I didn't. I got a call. Why did they do that? They know what time it is. I don't know. I have to take you to Hebrews right here. Hebrews 12:29. Deuteronomy 4:24. What do those two verses right there tell us? Somebody tell me, what do those two verses tell us? That our Yah is a consuming fire. Okay? I just wanted to set that in your mind for a second. That our Yah is a consuming fire. Okay, let's get back to the definition of forging. Forging is to make or shape by heating in a fire or furnace, by beating it or hammering it, or hammering it out. Last week, we saw that the name Maccabee is widely understood to mean hammer or hammered. And oh, my brother Judah hammered them with some powerful, relentless blows during that revolt, during that war. Did he not? People, there's a spiritual war going on right now with you. A spiritual war going on right now in your midst, all around, all over us. And what is he doing? You know what the enemy's ploy is? Rob, still destroy. John 10:10. He trying to take us out. The enemy is trying to take us up, but what? But yeah, like a blacksmith, he is hammering, shaping, molding, making that metal like the blacksmith does into the desired object that's his. That's the image of him. Y'all see what he's doing here? Let him work, let him work, let him work. He is molding you into the image of the Most High Yah that he created. He's working in us and with us. Yah's word is bond. Don't let go of it. Don't let go of one single syllable. Don't let go of one single dotting of the I or crossing of the T. Not one jot, not one tittle. Don't let go of it. He promised you life, strength, healing, power. His words are the armor to employ that power, to empower you when you doubt, when you're attacked, when it's coming down from every side, when it's shaking you up and it's happening every way but loose. Oh, let that word become the foundation on which you stand. You stand on it. You wrap around it. You wrap your thoughts on it. You let it rise up from out of your mouth. You let it increase your faith. You persevere. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Fix your gaze. Fix your heart on him. Judge every prophetic word that comes by you. You hear me? By the witness of the Ruach HaKodesh inside of you. You judge it. Let hope. Oh, glory. Let hope be stirred up in you. That you know every word that he speaks is alive. Oh, this is not something dormant. This is not something way off. This is something that you look up and he said, my babies down here need me. And he meets you where your need is. He ain't no idol. He ain't no piece of stone. He ain't no whatever that has no substance. That word is alive. Let it be alive in you. Let that word work when it's supposed to work. Let that word speak the life in you so that it can bring you out of any dark chasm that the enemy throws in front of you, thinking you're going to tumble and fall and not going to be able to get up. Oh, y'all, we started this year. We started this year with hashtag a safe place. I'm going to take you to Proverbs 25, too, one of my faves. I'm going to take you out with this. See, Yah conceals the revelation of his word in the hiding place. Hashtag a safe place of his glory. I gotta go back. Wait, when Moses wanted to see him, when Moses wanted to say, can I just see you? Can I just get a glimpse of you? What did he do? him in a safe place in the cleft of the rock, and he by and gave him a glimpse of his glory. Well, I'm telling you here, Yah conceals revelation of his word in the hiding place of his glory. But what's your job in all of this? But the honor of kings is revealed by how? Come on now. By how they thoroughly search out the deeper meaning of all that he says. Beloved, you are carriers of his glory, destined to experience his presence in new and marvelous ways, destined to acquire more of him and less of you when you just hang out in his presence and press in. I said that's at the beginning. We're going to press in for more. Romans 15:13. I'm going to leave you with this. May Yah, the foundation of hope, fill you with overflowing, uncontrollable joy and perfect peace as you trust in him. I pray this blessed you. I pray this bericks you. Ahava, Ahava, I love you. I'm about to get up and do my joy dance in a second. Minister. I'm about to get up and throw my hands up in the air because I want that joy rising up in me. I don't know about y'all. I know when I walk out this door this morning, I know something's going to be in my face. I want to start it out with this joy. I want to start it out with this overwhelming, overflowing feeling of joy. What y'all going to do? Let this joy perfect the peace in you.
Tada, Minister.
Tada.
Yes, a message always.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Let them see the joy in your face. Smile. Just look at him and smile. Let him wonder. Where are you getting it from? Then you can tell all about him. Tada, tada, tada.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ava, Tada, Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Family.